In my classroom, I love getting student responses. I'm forever collecting Post-its and posting them onto a chart so we can have some deep discussions. And then I discovered a new way to do it electronically using Padlet. It's really great for one-to-one devices, for bring your own device, and even for flipped class learning. So I'd like to show you how to use Padlet because it's really very simple. All you have to do is go to padlet.com and you can log in or sign up if you like, or you can just start right away and build a wall. And just click build a wall, and there you have it. You're done. Your wall is ready. You can literally double click on here, post your name, and start typing something. And that's all it takes. It really is that simple. You can move that around however you want. I want to show you though how to fix up your wall so it's really interactive and engaging for your students. So if you come over to the side here, and if you just hover, you can see there's lots of different options for you to fix up your wall. So I'm going to click on modify this wall. And from here, I'm first going to go to the wallpaper. That's the background image you have on there. Now you do have the option of adding your own image. So if you have something that you found online that you really like, you can just click on here and paste the URL, or you can upload it and drop a file, or click here to browse. You can also try, oops, gotta go back to modify this wall, and wallpaper. You can try some of these in the background. Some interesting ones I think are, my tasks, and to think about how I can be putting things in different columns. I'd even post something over these to change the headers there. You can try the brick wall. There's all sorts of options. For this one, I'm going to go with notebook. From here, now you can change the layout. Now the layout, you can do freeform, which I'm doing right now, and anywhere you post, students can post their name, and they can write whatever they like. And then if I go to modify this wall, you can see they're just going to be posted all over the place. But if I want to change the layout and make it a stream, what they're going to do is, then they're going to post sort of in a blog stream, which is kind of a nice option as well. Depends on what you're looking for. Let's see, other things you can do with this. You can create a new wall. Let's see, you can include in the title here. So I'm going to call this Test Padlet, and you can give a description. And I can even include an image for this one, just so you could see what it would look like. And it just kept it up at the top corner. Now there's lots of different options for doing that. One thing I do really like to do, I'm going to change my layout here so you can see a little bit better. I'm going to change it back to freeform. I'm also going to change the background, change it to linen. We'll go nice and dark here. And I'm going to move these around a little bit, and I'm going to show you some options that I've been trying out to help it to become more engaging. I've been going into Google Presentation and working with some images. In here there's lots of tools, so I can do some, find an image I really like, put some backgrounds on it, and I can put text over it very easily. I can go in and I can change the font and the coloring, make sure that you do give credit to who created the image. And when I'm done, I like to screenshot that off of there. And then I'll go back into Padlet, and I can, let me see, let me go back and do my screenshot. Command-Shift-4 if you're on a Mac, or Awesome Screenshot is a great extension to be using. Now when I'm in Padlet, if I double click here, I'm going to click on this, Upload an Image, and I'm going to click to Browse. Now it's going to go, make sure it's in to my desktop, because that's where when I do a screenshot, the images will go right there. And I see it is right here, the first one. I'm going to open it, and it will post right onto the wall. I'm going to also make it larger, so I can move it around and I can edit it and make it larger. And if I just place it wherever I'd like, now all of a sudden my header is a little bit bigger and a little more engaging than this one. I wonder if I can cover that up. There we go. And now, if this is my question I want everyone to be answering, when they come to Padlet, they know exactly what the assignment is. So Joe wouldn't have that question. You can delete it or you can edit it. So they can type in their answer. Now students can also put a link in. They can take a video clip, or they can upload things as well. So I want to share some examples of Padlet and what you can do with Padlet. Here's a couple great examples of using it. You can use it in your class. If you have Bring Your Own Device, students can just take the shortened URL and type it in. You can watch a video that I just created about how to shorten that URL. And students can type in and get directly access to this wall. This one is about a debate, Windows versus Mac, which is better. And they can just post their opinions here. They can also post video or articles, links to articles that prove their point and back them up. I love this idea about word of the day, and their word of the day is fascinate, and students can very quickly post their sentences. I love it though because they can see each other's sentences very quickly. When I used the post-its on the board, it was a little bit harder for kids to see each other's responses. I love to keep this projected in my classroom on the large screen. I find kids coming up and reading them, or just looking directly from their device. Since you can upload videos and links to many things, it's kind of great to have, think of Padlet as a resource board where kids can access all sorts of resources very quickly. It's sort of like a very quick way to make a website almost. One thing that we've been doing a lot in class is having a lot of deep thinking responses. So in my classroom we use Flip Learning, and their assignment one night was to create and analyze what they thought this sentence meant. For whatever we lose, like a you or a me, it's always ourselves we find in the sea. Well, the students didn't know that was the last line to the E. E. Cummings poem, and so what I did was I had them answer this question. What does the line mean? Take a minute, think about it, share your thinking in the form, and we did it in the form below, but we also went to Padlet and we looked at each other's. So from here, they were able to see what their classmates thought. Now, some kids were practicing posting images, but they really got very deep with some of their answers. It was incredible to see that kind of thinking. I love that Brent said, if you lose your morale, you seem all alone in the sea of people who don't care. And this is 5th grade who answered these, 10 years old, and they're able to post their thinking. I love that they were able to easily see each other's thinking this way. This was all done from home for those who had devices, and in the classroom, were able to post for those who didn't have devices to do their flipped learning homework. One way I've been using it lately is for persuasive writing, brainstorming. We were just trying to pick a topic. We were doing verses. So I demonstrated with ocean versus mountains. What's my favorite place to be? And I got the kids started with that, and it was incredible how many great ideas they came up with. Freestyle versus butterfly, the swimming strokes, human versus alien. I mean, every time I look at this, I see new, really good ideas. Burrito versus taco. These were just ideas to practice for their persuasive writing. Another idea for it is the question I had originally asked. What does place mean to you? And I asked these complicated questions in hopes that these kids would be able to do some deeper thinking. And I think it's amazing what they came up with. This was 3rd, 4th, and 5th grade. I believe place is a location they can dream up or recall wonderful memories. Padlet makes it all possible.